Found footage is a truly horrific phenomenon. It usually occurs when an individual finds themselves in a life-threatening situation, and it's not rare for the person behind the camera to go missing. Found footage is usually recovered in either ruins or abandoned areas after an unsuspecting traveler stumbles upon it. Naturally, if it were me in that scenario, I would personally get the hell out of there, knowing that there has to be some type of reason for someone's equipment to be left behind. And I really don't want to stay and find out why. Which brings us to the topic of this video, in which I hope to show you the creepiest real found footage clips that I could collect. The first case that we'll be discussing today is strange, but not any less creepy. The video is apparently a final message to the audience watching, as the individuals in the video seem to be preparing for something. That being what? The people in the video are known to be a part of a cult known as Heaven's Gate. The cult believes that the earth is going to recycle, and the only way to save it is by leaving it. Strange, right? Well, the cult had supposedly created a suicide pact, and this video was reportedly the last messages they were able to record before the mass unaliving. Every individual in the video had ended their lives, being a large group of 39 people, which astonishes me. How can so many people be persuaded this easily? On the first day, 15 people had killed themselves. The next day, another 15. And finally, on the last day, the rest of the group decided to join them. Personally, I find this really dark, but also interesting. Although us as outsiders view it as horrific, those people really seem to believe in their cause, and it's quite dark but fascinating that they were all able to be convinced. Although they passed away, they were still able to keep their website up to this day. Moving on to the next video, we'll be examining what seems to be a witch or some kind of hunched over creature. The video starts off with a man driving late at night. Thankfully his dashcam was able to capture this horrific sight. As he makes his way down the road, something stands in his way. Something human-like, but yet still horrific. The man, obviously petrified at this point, begins to back his way out of the path, which only seems to startle the creature even more, and cause the man to be chased by the being, making loud, animal-like groans and cries. The man finds a gap to drive away from, and makes his escape. Thankfully he made it out unharmed. But my question is, what could that possibly be? Could it be a Baba Yaga, the Blair Witch, or simply just some poor lady looking for help? One thing's for sure is that she wouldn't get any help from me. The video really gives me the creeps, especially the noises it makes. It really strikes fear when you're sitting alone in your room with the lights off. Moving on to our final case of found footage, which by far for me has to be the most unnerving video, and gave me goosebumps by simply watching it. It's known as the Japanese ghost in the haunted hospital. The video starts off eerie, as a screen stating that any viewer who comes across this tape can be driven insane and end their own lives by simply viewing the images shown on the tape. Creepy, right? So let's get into it. The video starts off with the woman reporting that she's entering a haunted hospital, and she seems really jittery and excited. If only she knew what evils await for her. She gives a backstory claiming the hospital was abandoned due to bankruptcy, and claims it's a popular spot among adventurous teens, who claim to spot things when pictures are taken at the hospital. She gives a few interviews to the people who've previously explored the hospital, leaving her with nothing but more suspense and things to fear. She makes her way inside with the camera crew, and they explore the dark ruins of the building. She finds a camera laying on the ground with images on it, belonging to the last explorers of the building. While looking at the picture, something gets a grasp over her. A screen is shown saying that the experience has driven the reporter into insanity. After slowing the footage down, they realized why, revealing this. More footage is shown to end the clip. Creepy. But that ends it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a comment detailing your thoughts on each clip, and leave a like or subscribe if you enjoyed content like this. This was NightFuel, and I hope you have a good evening and a good night.